I knew it.
We are live on the interwebs.
Hello, interwebs.
Hello, peoples.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. Oh, wait, that's something different.
It's actually not bad for this show. But this is the show we want the wives and the kids to see, so they know what to get us.
That's right. Hide the geocaches.
Ooh.
Hide the Christmas presents.
Just don't hide them so well you forget what they are.
Have you ever...
We call that in a safe place.
I know I put this away.
In a safe place.
Don't you love that when you find something in like July and you go, "Oh, honey, I found your Christmas present."
It was food. Sorry about that.
It is not anymore, but it was.
It's dehydrated. We just need to reconstitute.
If you're lucky, it's dehydrated.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the cheese my parents lost in their car?
That doesn't sound good.
No.
They found it several months later. Not a smell to be found. They said, "What is this sponge we have under the seat?" Oh, that was the cheese we couldn't find. Okay. Hey, speaking of cheese, let's start a podcast.
Yeah. Cheesy guy.
The three of us are together. That's pretty cheesy, yeah?
That's pretty cheesy. Hey, I'm kicking us off tonight. So
Kick it.
I'm gonna hit record and start some music. Well, that's some of the funkiest music in geocaching right there. Welcome to Caching in the Northwest, the only podcast dedicated to geocaching in the Great Pacific Northwest. We'll talk about caches and caches unique to this little corner of the country. So throw away the tangled Christmas lights. It's time to go caching in the Northwest.
Oh, Christmas lights. Tis the season. Welcome. And tonight we're going to focus on unique gifts for the geocachers and geo-location gamers, if we want to be more generic. And because Santa said we have to, we are once again bringing in our northern neighbor. Some say his nose lights the way to geocaches, and others say he could play in all the reindeer games. All we know is he's called LANMonkey.
It's awesome to be here. And yes, tonight we're talking about some different ideas. And hey, who doesn't want to find an ammo can wrapped up under the tree? But just in case, here's some other ideas.
Oh, would that be a traveling cache?
Depends who delivered it, I suppose.
Yeah, well, hey, let's ease into this with something a little different, but fun. Why not give the gift of a geocache? You know, by placing a tribute cache and sharing the coordinates with that cacher before it's published, you can give someone something they may not have ever gotten, or rarely can get, the first to find. I know around here they're pretty hard to get. It is advisable to clarify in the cache description that this is the intent of the cache to reduce grumblings from others after it's published.
How true that is. You know, yeah. I really like that idea. You know, it's a gift to a single geocacher that all cachers can share.
Very cool.
That is a cool idea. And hey, let's take a look at a gift idea from our friends at Munzie. Ooh. Munzie, our good friends at Munzie, recently announced what they call the Munz Pack. It's a monthly subscription service for just $15 US a month. You get approximately $25 US worth of Munzie physical products delivered straight to your door. Not by the Munzie folks themselves, I think by the Postal Service. However, this hassle-free subscription only needs to be filled out once, and then each month you will get the latest and greatest Munzies, and I imagine your credit card will be appropriately charged. As of Monday, November 3rd, that's when everything started with Munz Packs, so you know, obviously it's all good and live. So if you go to themunzie.com/munzpack, MUNZPAK, your first Munz Pack will ship within 48 business hours. It's pretty fast to get those out.
Yeah.
I don't think Rob is hand packing them himself.
You never know. He's quite a busy guy.
He could be. That's maybe what
Yeah.
he's doing up all night. So a little bit more description. Each month's pack will include a variety of Munsies, ranging from the generics to unique skins, and to some things that you won't be able to get anywhere else. For example, the first month's pack that was released, that included physical versions of the Motel, Haunted Hotel, Diamond, and Ruby. Those physical stickers were already pre-coded as the respective Munsie type, so instead of converting physicals, you just had to stick it and deploy, which is very cool. Each sticker is also generic, so they're not preset to your username, in case you feel like being nice and sharing with a friend.
Gift idea.
There you go. Get a month's pack and then share it. You can re-gift it.
That's right.
You'll also receive a coupon for 10% off an online store purchase, so you can get your Munsie cap or your Munsie badge. Don't expect to get a breakdown each month before they're released, though, because the good folks at Munsie want to surprise everyone. But we'll include a link in our show notes for more information.
Absolutely, yeah. And the show notes over there at cashingnw.com, as all the show notes are. Those Munsie guys, those are pretty nice. They do a first-class job. And, you know, Munsies they're great gifts for those that play. But we also have a gift suggestion for the avid reader and geocacher on your list. How about that? Russ Atkinson is an author who has just published the third book in his series, and we recently heard from Russ with this to say about his book, a great idea for a gift. The blurbs from my books are all on my Cliff Knowles Mysteries website, and there'll be a link in the show notes. There's also an About the Author section there. The first Cliff Knowles mystery was called Held for Ransom. It's set in 1992, so it doesn't have any geocaching in it. Go figure. But he says, I consider the other three a geocaching trilogy. Remember the movie Surf 2, end of the trilogy? The links to the Amazon pages on my site are also there with more information, such as reviews, you know, that kind of information. Now, the foreword from Death Row, it's not literally Death Row, that would be horrible, is probably also useful for you or the listeners. So this is from the foreword of Death Row. He says, my second novel, Cashed Out, was such an unexpected success that I was unprepared for all the requests I received to continue the story. I already had another story in mind, which I completed with Fatal Dose, but this did not satisfy all my fans of Cashed Out. Now, my fourth Cliff Knowles novel, Death Row, should serve to do so. Be warned. This book is a spoiler for Cashed Out, which is a true whodunit. If you read far into this book, you'll ruin the mystery of that one, so I strongly recommend you begin with Cashed Out. Fair enough. Each of the novels can be read and enjoyed as a standalone book, but you'll enjoy the last three better if you read them in sequence. Death Row takes place chronologically after Fatal Dose. The plot, however, takes up where Cashed Out left off, and for you geocachers, you'll be more than satisfied with the amount of geocaching. He says you don't have to be a geocacher to understand or enjoy the book. And I believe he mentions that he actually used very real-world geocaches in the book. Are they actually caches or just inspired by real caches?
Well, he did a little of both.
All right.
He did use some real caches at the time of the writing. You know, caches don't always stay around forever.
True.
That
does happen.
He made some purely fictional caches. Well, wrote about some purely fictional caches. So it's a nice mix of real and fiction. So that's kind of nice. I mean, have you read any other geocaching related books?
I can't say that I have.
There you go.
No.
Yeah, that's
So
very
the links
cool.
for those will be in the website, and you know, maybe we can give out a copy as a prize in an upcoming show if anybody is interested in that. So let us know if you're interested, and we'll get a hold of the writer and see if we can get a copy of that book.
He's called an author, I think.
Author. That is such a better term.
And where would people contact us if they were interested in such a thing,
Well,
Mr. Badcock?
the first thing they should do is call area code 253-693-TFTC, because that's a number you can reach any time of the day or night. Also, you could email feedback@cashingnw.com with any of your requests any time of the day or night. So if you happen to be up at 1:30 in the morning, go ahead, pop off an email. It won't bother us.
You could even author an email.
Yes.
You could author an email, or you could be a writer.
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 As long as you do it correctly.
Yeah. So, you probably have noticed I'm not a great speaker of the English language. Maybe you haven't. Maybe I've hid that really well. One of the things I'm a gadgety kind of guy, though.
True.
And something that I think would make a great present, and it's something that I bring up on this show quite often, USB batteries. I can't get enough of these things.
Now, do you have a set?
Well, I have several USB batteries, meaning battery packs that have a USB port to charge a phone, to charge all your devices. Almost everything can charge off of some form of USB, right? Even your GPS. If you're running low, you can plug your GPS into one of these batteries and keep going.
Okay,
So
do you have enough of them to charge a battery from another UPS to GPS battery or USB battery?
Actually, I do. Is that wrong?
You know what's funny is when you started talking about USB batteries, the first thing that my mind went to was I've seen them before. They're like a double A, where you pull the end off and it's actually got a USB interface and you can charge it. That's what I was thinking of, but now that you've explained, I know exactly what you mean. You mean the USB-based rechargers, charging packs like 2400 milliamp, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them from 1200 milliamp up to 12,000.
Yeah, they make some big ones.
They make some big ones. And recently I got a 12,000. So yes, I could take that and charge one of my 5,000s with no problem.
Crazy.
But, if you've gone out geocaching with your phone or any other device, even just not even using your phone, if you go out geocaching with your GPS, you can come back to your car and your phone may be quite low because you could have gone out of cell range and it has to switch to all different frequencies and it kills your battery to do that. You can plug in, charge it up, and keep going. So
they're really, really handy, especially for these smartphones that like to really suck the batteries down when you're trying to do active things like caching and navigating and whatnot. I was out on a remote job with a coworker a couple months ago, and he said, "Gosh, my phone is almost dead. I got to find a place to charge it." And I happened to have mine in my coat because I knew we'd be out away from sources of power. And I said, "Here," and he goes, "What's that?" He goes, I've always seen those advertised, and I always thought they were kind of dumb because I'm always near power, but now I'm thinking maybe I need to go buy one. I understand now.
Well, once you use them, there's no question.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I got one as a gift for Father's Day from family this year, and it's been invaluable. I've loved having it.
Yeah.
And for any of our listeners who are in the greater Vancouver area, I just happened to be in Costco earlier this week, and they have a 3-pack of 2400 milliamp Duracell brand USB chargers, and that the price was around $30 for the 3-pack. So great deal.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, Christmas shopping. You could buy a 3-pack and there's 3 presents.
There you go.
I like that. 2400 milliamp should recharge most phones, except for some of the big battery phones. 2400 milliamps will give you a complete charge. You'll keep going throughout your day. Another good gift is a set of rechargeable AA's.
Yeah.
Or AAA's, whatever your GPS needs.
GPS uses.
I really or flashlight, whatever the unit may be that needs the batteries. I really like the Eneloop brand.
Yeah.
But
brand.
Those are Sanyos,
that's
right?
just me. Those are Sanyos, yeah.
Yeah, those are great batteries.
Yes.
Awesome.
Eneloop did not sponsor this show, but we like their batteries.
There you go. But they could.
If you would like to sponsor this show, Eneloop, give us a call, 253-693-TFTC.
And we haven't offended them yet, but give us a chance.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, it doesn't take us long.
Send us some product and we'll find a way to offend you.
There you
Absolutely.
go.
Near the very top of my list is something that isn't quite available yet, but I'm keen on it, and it's the Fitbit Surge. We'll have a link to their their product spec page in our show notes, and that's on the Fitbit.com site. The Surge has captured my interest because, as far as I can tell, it's the first product to integrate all the key personal fitness tracking data in most wearable consumer fitness devices, including a wrist-based heart rate monitor, as opposed to having to wear a separate chest strap monitor. It also includes two-way Bluetooth communication to your smartphone to manage your music, your notifications, text, call display, and it has a GPS that provides 1 hertz or 1 cycle per second GPS sample rate and feeds that data to your smartphone to track your hike or your run route.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
incredible.
it's something else. Now, it's the estimated price when it comes out is not cheap, but as opposed to, what is it, about $70 to $90, depending where you're shopping for it. The current Fitbit Flex, I believe it's called, the current popular model of the Fitbit, which are great devices, track a lot of good information, but I figure if I'm going to put something on my wrist, I want to be able to use it as a watch, because I just don't need to have more stuff on my wrists. So I like the fact that that the Surge has obviously all the watch functionality, but it also has the LED-based heart rate monitor, which is really cool technology when you find out about how that works. And as I said, it has the full Bluetooth communication set and a GPS. So that's a lot of tech for the active geocacher.
That is a lot.
On your wrist.
And related to our prior topic of batteries, I wonder how long it lasts before you have to charge that. Because the more it does, the faster it burns, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think it depends on how much of that, how much of those other functions you're using. But one of the cool things that I saw a demo of it at one of the trade shows in Europe, and you actually set it very easily. It actually has a touch-sensitive screen on the face of the device, and you actually set it for what kind of activity you're doing. So if you want to engage the GPS because you're going to track your route, you actually set it to hike mode.
Okay.
You don't have to have that on all the time because the GPS sucks more battery than anything.
I would imagine, yeah.
Yeah, although the Bluetooth would also suck a fair bit. But apparently, as long as you use the device properly, you can get a couple of days out of a charge, which is pretty good.
Well, I know some of the wearables are designed to kind of be charged every night too. They're just a daily thing, so.
Exactly. Now I'm still trying to find an available on date for when they'll start selling these. Although the Microsoft online store seems to indicate that they're selling them, but it's got to be pre-sales because I know they're not actually available yet. I would guess that from everything I've heard and read, they're saying early 2015. I've heard February 2015, but I can't confirm or deny that fact. But I once again will put out to the manufacturer. I will happily test and review the product if you want to send me one. So
there you go.
Again, Fitbit doesn't support this show, but they could.
But they could.
There's nothing stopping them.
I think 2015 might be the price as well.
Yeah.
It could be.
And if they want to prove us wrong, send us one along with a price tag.
There you go. Now, I think this would be a great fitness tracking tool for the geocacher. That continuous heart rate monitor without an annoying chest strap and GPS tracking, which should help your smartphone keep its battery charge a little longer. So,
Yes.
Yeah, that would be great fitness data for, people other than hardcore runners.
Yeah,
So,
I wonder how the trade-off is. Your device isn't using its GPS as much, but it's using Bluetooth to talk to the device. So.
The new low-power Bluetooth really doesn't use all that much, power because it's low.
Plus, it's not. Oh, sorry, I was just going to throw in there. Plus, it's not continually doing it. It's sending that data in batches. So
yeah.
And then you'll also be able to, see who's calling you or texting you. Maybe you can even do that phone a friend without having to pull out your phone.
There you go.
It's safe in your backpack.
Nice.
That's cool. I've been happy with the. I've been using a Fitbit. It's not one of these newer ones that does all that, but it does track steps and height changes for like stair climbing and stuff. So I've been fairly happy with Fitbit as a brand, and I think this one looks pretty cool. You know, and there's so many different fitness trackers out there. Any of those would be a nice addition for the active geocacher in your life. Who makes them now? Microsoft, Apple, Nike, Intel, Leapfrog for the kids.
I saw that advertised.
Yeah. It's really seems to be the up and coming trend, these wearables, and I think the competition is going to increase, and they're going to refine them and make them better and better. So it's exciting to see what else is coming down the road. Now, if you can't wait for the surge and you don't need quite that level of sophistication, the charge may be for you. It's also by Fitbit. It has a caller ID and two-way Bluetooth syncing. If you're getting that syncing feeling.
Ooh.
No, not that kind of syncing.
Very good.
Now, you know, Wet Coaster is active in the chat room here and comments, once again, LANMonkey volunteers do fall in the grenade to benefit us all. And we certainly appreciate that.
It's the least I can do, and I always say I will always do the least I can do.
He also commented that he says the Fitbit website is listing the Surge at $250 US.
There you go. That's $1,000 less than we thought.
Exactly. Now, what a bargain that is.
Yeah, that's a pretty big investment if you're buying something for your wrist. But given the fact that it does not everything, but some of what the Pebble offers, and probably most of the function that people would actually use a Pebble for, which is that Bluetooth sync between your phone, plus the built-in heart rate monitor and the GPSR. Well, sorry, it's not a GPSR. It provides the GPS tracking data, so you cannot actually use it to drive you directly to a cache. That would be super cool.
Is it not a GPS receiver?
Sorry, yes, it is a GPS receiver, but not in the sense of. Okay, but not in the sense of like your eTrex 30 or something, yeah.
Exactly. Now, if we could just get, vibration warnings when we're near a cache. Zzz, zzz. Oh, hey, cache over here.
Yeah.
How hard would that be?
I don't know.
There's an app.
I was going to say, here in the Northwest, it would vibrate all the time because
it would never stop. Oh, dear. All right. Well, it has been fun coming up with these different ideas. And, of course, the gift of a subscription to geocaching.com or Munzie is always appreciated by the recipient. So you can keep that in your bag of gift-giving tricks as well. Those are great last-minute gifts.
There
really,
are some great ones.
It's just a code. You can print off the page, stick it in a stocking, and be done. The night before, or then Christmas Eve, you slip it in there, and oh, look what I got. So, several other geocaching stores offer last-minute codes, so you could give $10, $25, whatever.
Good point.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, hey, another idea from our friend Wet Coaster: instant hot packs for boots and gloves for those outdoor activities. And I think we talked about those on our winter caching show a few episodes back, which if you haven't listened to, go check it back out at cachingnw.com and find the old episodes there.
Yes, good advice. 'Tis the season for keeping your hands and feet warm.
Yes, yes, that's important. Yes. Any and all of those little trinkets are very useful. Something that I didn't intend to use for geocaching, but I just got because I also am a gadget freak. I picked up a little set of tweezers that fit on your keychain. I got them over at CountyCom, and I have found those to be very useful for pulling out those tiny little scrolled-up log sheets in the bison tubes. So anything like that, we can find a way to adapt it to a geocaching use.
Well,
excellent.
And Mr. Wit's End, you have quite a kit of everyday carry that you have with you.
Yeah, I can be. I'm guilty of that.
So
it's my fitness plan for my Fitbit as well to carry 42 pounds of everyday. No, it's not quite that bad, but I do have a bit of a gadgetry trend on my keychain and daily bags. So yeah.
You tend to carry the majority of a Home Depot with you.
I did once make a repair when visiting my daughter at college. Repaired something for her using just my Leatherman on my hip and the items that were on my keychain. So it was kind of satisfying to be able to pull all the tools I needed out of my pockets or off my belt
Yeah.
and fix something without going to the car.
Now, in the chat room, Wet Coaster says he was able to pick up a 3-pack of those batteries that you mentioned, LANMonkey.
Yep.
Just
Great.
about a week ago. So
Excellent.
that's
So they're
at
still in
Big
the
Box
stores.
Store, which also has, at least our Big Box Store, has some of those, 3, 4, 5 packs of some of those everyday carry tools, the little tweezers,
Yeah.
a knife shaped like a key that you can put on your keychain
Mhm.
and use it in different situations. Some of
Don't
those
forget that it's on your keychain when you're going on through security at the airport.
Exactly. Only if you like it. If
Yeah.
you don't like it, it's okay. But yeah, some of those everyday carries are really nice to have when you're out geocaching.
Yep.
So since
Now-
Wet Coaster got the 3-pack, LANMonkey acts surprised if you get one for Christmas.
Oh, look, I didn't expect this.
Oh, you
Now?
guys.
Or are you good? Okay.
You guys are always putting pressure on poor old Wet Coaster. He's just trying to help out.
He is, and we appreciate him. He is a very faithful listener.
He is.
really is.
And a good sport for everything he puts up with.
Yes.
Yeah, and it'll help in those Munzie deployments. Now,
That's right.
I'm not saying a thing, Wet Coaster. I'm just saying. Next week's show, we're going to share an interview with the Washington State Geocaching Association. So you want to tune in for that one. And
Yeah.
remember, check the upcoming show links on our site at cachingnw.com/upcoming. And if you have suggestions for future shows, make sure to tell us because we want to do shows that you want to listen to.
Yeah, it's no fun to make shows nobody wants to listen to. Who would want that?
That we don't know.
Yeah, see, they're not answering, so we're good.
If you want shows that you don't want to listen to, call us.
At 555, don't
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah. No, that won't help us. But for those people that do listen, like Wet Coaster, who says all those battery packs are spoken for, so don't get your hopes up, LANMonkey. We appreciate Wet Coaster. We appreciate everybody out there listening, and we want to take this time to thank you for taking the time to listen to this episode of Caching in the Northwest. Make sure you're part of the show, especially for the end of the year holiday episode coming up. We got all kinds of neat stuff coming, and the 2014 is rapidly drawing to a close. Give us a call, 253-693-TFTC. Leave us a comment, correction, or question anytime, day or night. Of course, you can email feedback at cachingnw.com and visit cachingnw.com for the show notes on this show or any show from Caching the Northwest. Your support helps to keep quality shows like this coming. If you can call this a quality show, it's going to come to you. If you like the show, please click the PayPal button on the website. If you don't like the show, click the PayPal button on the website. This show is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution 3.0 license, copyright 2014 by Chris Umfenauer. Peace out.
Good night, all. And we are. Oh, I forgot.
Thank you so much. Over and out. 10-4 WD-40.
And we are clear of the
record.
record.
And Wits End didn't even fall for the trap you left in the script for him.
I know you really handled that well, but I think it threw you just ever so slightly.
Did the music even play? Because I heard it start and then it just disappeared.
I could faintly hear it behind you.
I thought it was a little loud, so I turned it down here at my end.
Oh, okay.
It sounded just nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I am overly fatigued today. It was a long day, so any curveballs you threw at me probably would be very effective.
You handled it expertly.
It's what happens when we came up with a whole bunch of topics at one time, and I just copied show notes, and sent them all through at one time, and realized we need to clean these up before we.
Don't admit that though, because people are still listening since we're still live.
Hello.
It's true. We have Robin Hill listening and asking what topic on this chat, and the answer is it is the gift giving guide episode of caching in the Northwest, so we're talking about geocaching and geolocation-based gaming gifts.
Exactly. And, we didn't mention that you need the battery packs if you play Ingress of any level, because Ingress sucks the battery out of any phone. So you need those USB battery packs for Ingress.
It literally sucks the battery out of the phone?
Yes. If you play Ingress, and your battery of your phone will be laying on the ground as it just fell out. Okay, no.
What a violent game.
How tired am I? It's a violent game. Well, you are, exploding things and detonating and, stealing and I don't know what else. Hacking.
Murdering.
Pillaging?
It's kind of a Viking game, isn't it? Do you have to wear a hat with horns on it to play this game?
No, that's Munzie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good.
I get them confused.
Somewhere I have a picture of the bad cop wearing a Viking hat. I actually really do.
Really?
Yes, I do. I'll have to send that to you sometime.
You will have to send that to me sometime.
Yeah.
No, you really
That
don't.
makes me a good Christmas present.
I forgot all about that until the Viking hat subject came up.
White Coaster says you'll have a little shriveled battery.
That's where you need the heating packs.
There you go. Keep your battery warm.
Actually, that in the extreme cold, that's not far from the truth.
Yeah, I think we talked about it on our show last year, and I know you guys talked about it. Yes, that's right. He brought it up.
His phone at, I don't know, minus 72 or whatever he had at Edmonton there.
Yeah. And then you and Daryl were talking about that on Geo Gearheads at one time as well, about batteries and how they hold up in extreme cold or extreme heat.
Yeah.
Not that we ever experience extreme heat around here, but
Not really. Once in a while.
we don't really get extremes of anything in the
60
Northwest. That's why I
Fahrenheit
like the Northwest.
green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially Celsius.
Well, no, 60 Fahrenheit. 60
I know, but 60 Celsius? Yeah, that would be extreme.
That would be, yeah. I don't think I want to be in 60 degrees Celsius weather.
I know I don't.
White Coaster says a new show logo, bad cop in a Viking hat.
There you go.
We'll change it to pillaging in the Northwest.
Arr. Well, no, that's pirates.
I don't think Vikings are. I don't know what Vikings do. They pillage.
Anything
Plunder.
they want
They
to.
want, yeah. Boom. Nice. Waterproof containers for your phone in the winter around here are helpful. Yes, they are.
Wow, that was quick.
We've talked about that Ziploc bags before,
Yeah.
haven't we?
A simple Ziploc bag or two in your backpack or coat pocket can save you. Dump your sandwich out, save your phone.
Yeah.
Well, don't dump it out. Eat the sandwich.
Eat the sandwich. But a little peanut butter or jelly on your phone is better than water.
In your phone. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so keep even this one's really beat up, as you can see, but it's still going to provide more protection, and you can still use the touchscreen through the plastic.
Yeah, it does work.
That's cool that works. Yeah.
Now this bag is actually holding my life-proof case, so.
Oh, that protects the case.
I don't use the life-proof case all the time because I find the oddly enough, sound doesn't go through the case as well as water. But I don't want the seals to fill up with dust.
Oh, wrong twist.
Yeah. As they get choked with dust there.
I told you I was tired.
Oh,
The
goodness.
barking seals.
That's why they're barking.
Ah,
They're asthmatic from all the dust.
it makes sense now.
Asthmatic seals. Keep your asthmatic seals in a baggie.
Yeah. Hopefully the SPCA isn't listening to this episode.
Oh, it's better in the NSA.
We'll just be three dead
They
trolls in a
listen to
bed.
every episode.
3 dead trolls in a podcast.
There you go.
There's a band called Three Dead Trolls in a Baggie.
Yeah.
That's nice.
They recorded the System Administrator song. You should go check it out.
You should.
I should.
You need that for your new podcast.
You would appreciate it.
Maybe you could write them and make that your theme song.
Oh, there
That'd
you
be
go.
Cool. Yeah, that's the one thing I haven't figured out yet. Well, there's a few things I haven't figured out yet, but one of them is music. But I'll get there.
The Bad Cop's daughter will compose something for on GarageBand for you.
She's really good at it. Give
Sure.
her an hour and an iPad, and you've got music.
As long as it's kind of techie, that's what I'm looking for.
It'll cost you an iPad, but give it
I may not be able to afford that. Not until I've got a few sponsors, anyways. Oh dear, that's funny.
Otherwise, you're going to have to do the Bob and Doug song.
Yes.
that kind of introduction.
Take off, eh?
Maybe you could pull a Wayne's World.
You hoser.
You've got a guitar.
I do. I have a couple.
There you go. It won't be the same. An electric guitar?
Electric and acoustic, yes.
Oh, there you go. See, you've got it covered.
Does
Do
your
a whole
guitar,
Wayne's World. Do an electric guitar riff. You'll be fine.
does your guitar gently weep?
Only if I don't keep it in its baggie.
Wow, that's a big baggie.
Sorry, couldn't resist.
Oh, well, I have officially drunk my gallon of water for the evening.
Good for you.
It's amazing. It's this microphone right here. When I sit in front of this microphone, I get thirsty.
Oh, speaking of that microphone and things attached to the boom, I finally watched the Lego movie last night.
Hey!
It's
Is it awesome?
awesome. It is awesome. I love it.
Looks like we're going to crash into the sun. Yes,
Yeah,
but
it's
it'll
gonna
look
be
awesome.
So this makes more sense now.
I only work in black. And sometimes very, very dark gray.
Yes, as the bricks are all coming out.
Ha! First shot.
Everybody builds something, and he builds his double-decker couch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which ends up saving them all.
Yeah, I gotta watch it again. It's been a while. I watched it once. It was
I
fun.
really, really enjoyed that movie. I thought that was well done. It's interesting. I was talking to, gosh, I can't remember who it was. I was talking with somebody about the end, and they,
Old like we are. Stop that.
yeah, they said, what did they say? They said that they liked the twist of that happened. Oh, I guess I don't want to spoil if anybody's watching who hasn't seen it, but they liked the twist at the end.
Real life play. Mm-hmm.
Yes. But they also said, but it also kind of took away because then all of a sudden you kind of feel like the characters now aren't real. Whereas you were, throughout the majority of the movie, you feel the characters have autonomy. And then at the end, it's like, so I thought, oh, gosh, I didn't really even think that deeply about it. But now I feel dumb. That I didn't really think through the ethos of the Lego movie.
Where's my pants?
Honey, where's my pants? Yeah. Icy Diamonds is agreeing that everything is indeed awesome.
$37 for our coffee? Awesome!
But I love the pause. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, awesome! Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Everything is cool when you're part of a podcast.
Ooh, part of the
When
team.
you're part of this team.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
Yes.
I'm going to
Yes.
end the podcast so I can go hack up a lung and be done with this coughing.
Not thumbs up to hacking up a lung, but thumbs up to being done with the coughing, and thumbs up to good podcast and lots of fun. And thanks to our viewers and listeners.
Yes. Thank y'all.
You guys have a great night. Stay
back
warm
next week.
and dry.
Warm, dry, love you, feed you. Bye.